Big smile at my eyes, can't tell. No, 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 yo. Bad mind, I don't know. Send you, but tell them you ain't seen enough. Ready there. Sour, sour, what we say. Thank God I'm alive and well. I'm alive and well. And they no big smile at my eyes, can't tell. No, 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 yo. Bad mind, I don't know. Send
This is iLive Caribbean. wi.iliveradio.com.
Revelers! Let me take one for the road. Not a beer, not a drink. Let me jump up before the curtains come down. Every Tuesday is the last lap where soca and calypso music come alive. Look for interviews from some of your favorite artists. Last lap every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. on iLive Caribbean Radio.
Hey, hey, it's your girl Trouble M for Stilettos and Serato. Tune in every Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. where we mix things up. Old school, new school, soca, reggae, alternative, rock and Latin. Right here on iLive Caribbean. See ya then. See ya then. See ya then. See ya then. See ya then.
I'm Rob Sound, yo DJ. Je vous présente une émission tant attendue de Rob Sound Show.
On the one and only
iLive Caribbean.
Every Saturday from 10 p.m. to midnight. It's going to be lit.
Vous allez vous régaler, oui, beaucoup de plaisir, avec les tendances suivantes: compas, kizomba, R&B, house music, afro.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
iLive Caribbean.
Or visit our website wi.iliveradio.com. Don't miss it.
Soyez branchés.
Hey, my name is DJ Blacks. You can catch my show Free of Fridays right here on iLive Caribbean every Friday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the evening, bringing you the best of small island soca and booyah music from the island of Dominica. Every Friday right here from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on iLive Caribbean, bringing you the best of small island soca and booyah music.
This is iLive Caribbean, changing the way we listen to radio. Listen to radio. Listen to radio. Listen to radio.
ready there. Sour, sour, what we say. Thank God I'm alive and well. I'm alive and well. And there ain't no fake smile at my eyes, can't tell. No, 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 yo. Bad mind, I don't know. Send you, but tell them you ain't see me now. Can't see me now. Can't see me now. Envious people, I beg you please. When you see me, don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Talk the things them boys say. They say talk the things. It's like them and want see my people win. I say jealousy and grudges are sin. Talk the things them boys say. They say talk the things. Some of them just want easy living. Not success reach them watching your things. So you wanna show out? They can't talk to me. Guardian angels watch over me. Every morning I kneel down and pray for my family. Look, I say, you wanna show out? No bad company could take away what you give to me. When I see negative energy, I go the next way. Now bad mind, I don't know. Send you, but tell them you ain't see me now. Can't see me now. Can't see me now. Envious people, I beg you please. When you see me, don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Let me boy, we ready, let we go. Start up the countdown time for the show. If guys where you want, take one for the road. No
DJ Bruce, the produce.
Don't take it personal. It's just a one night job. Don't make it personal. I hope you understand. Don't take it personal. It's just a one night job. Just get to work, my girl. Don't make it personal. Oh, you action, thunder. The way you move your body make me wonder. Show me that you wanna take it all the way. Oh yeah. one. A real good. Yeah. Personally, don't take it too personally. They used to laugh at me personally. Now look at me. Them couldn't see my struggle. Them couldn't feel my pain. Them wasn't there when my heart did fight with my brain at night and again. Because I come from a housing scheme with a big dream, and a meal was always a million miles away. I couldn't have one every day. And every time that I feel into quit and just give it up, I used to go on my knees and beg and start to pray. Now it's safe to say, me not gonna make them kill me. I when I dance in the face like that, I'm whining my waist like that. Say me not gonna make them kill me. I dance in the face like that, I'm whining my waist like that. Oh, it's a blessing, man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, it's a blessing, yes, it's the best thing. I may not be right for you, but I'm right for somebody. It's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, yes, it's the best thing. I may not be right for you, but I'm right for somebody. People don't know ya, but they won't judge you. They talking about you, must be something about you. Smile in your face and talking you bad and making up things that far from the facts. Why you talking about me? I'll be pressing on, doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me. Off of me. Keep on talking, you got ballet. Whining skill, show them you have it. You master all of the tricks. Drop down flat and make your body split. Tick tock, how are you tick tock? Wine to the bass now. Keep whining your waist now. Bend over, practice for the work. Gal brace, position, gymnast. Love the way that you whine and jiggle it.
I wanna know who put you up to this. I want to know what you're up to. Say what you're up to. Is this for real or you're playing tricks? I blocked the road to my heart, girl. How did you get here? I locked the door to my soul, girl. How did you get in? Yeah. Wait a minute. I got to compose myself. Cause oh no, I can't control myself.
Check 1, 2. Good evening to all the iLive Caribbean listeners around the world. It's your boy DJ Bruce to produce, alongside
Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, the D to the E to the V, ONYX. The ladies call me the Dev. You can call me Dev Onyx. And it's a pleasure being here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Of course, we are coming to you live and in living color. Fresh out of Trill Entertainment Studios, right down here in Pepper Village, Faizabad. We're going to be your pilot and co-pilot for the next 2 hours. We're going to be having an amazing show today. I just want to welcome everyone for joining us here. Thank you. Bruce! How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Boy, Bruce boy. Selwyn done start in the chat already, you know. Tell me we missing the football.
Yeah, well. In the middle of the football, you can take a little jam down.
Of course. But football or not, we have our jobs to do here. We will be commenting on the football in between. But those of you who watching the football at home, you know, bang the message board, let me know what's going on. You understand? England is up 1-0. Shout out to all the English fans. Bruce, who you like for this final?
Boy, well.
Our teams are out, eh? So let me just put a disclaimer first.
Our teams are out. My team was Belgium.
And my team, of course, is the mighty Orange of the Netherlands.
So I feel being a Chelsea fan, I had to go to England, man.
I'll do that.
Yeah, as a Liverpool fan, even though Southgate, this all the Liverpool players, except for Hendo. But our Hendo gets something, you know. So think about it: Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup, and the Premier League, and he could be a Euro winner. I think that would be good for any Liverpool captain.
Yeah.
So today, I am an English fan. But this is not a sports show. This is an entertainment show. So of course you want to pick up everybody on the inside. DJ Punkster, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? Those of you who go to be watching this show on YouTube, you're going to realize that we're going to be testing some new graphics today. Big up DJ Punkster for that. Selwyn Smart on the inside. What's up, Uncle Selwyn?
She was lucky to marry a rich man, handsome like Harry.
Big up Rodney Clarence and Calvin Rankin. My old co-workers, boy. Fucking plant men, boy. What's going on?
And of course, we have a special guest today. Putting a twist. Not only twist. Putting a twist on the What's Healthy segment today, and we're going to be talking about financial health. With our friend from Guardian General, financial advisor Tessa Raja.
Yeah.
She's coming on in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how we deal with the dollars. And in this crazy time, all types of health is important. So we're going to be talking about financial health.
Full of wire.
Please people, you know why? Cause in our real life, them is not your friend. Live your life, don't study them. It's not about the likes on the Instagram. Live your life, don't study them. Them don't put no food in your kitchen. Live your life, don't study them. We don't live to please none of them. And we not beg no friend. Behind your back, some of them that's back talk ya. In your face, they always smiling. Yeah, all them fakers.
Yes. That's true, that's true, Selwyn. As we talking football, TNT drew with Mexico last night.
Boy, I look for that. So I not fancy like only I have ESPN and I really just have an internet. Right? I just have internet, right? You know, I just have a basic package because I have a Fire Stick.
Right.
Don't tell anybody that.
Don't tell nobody.
Yes, I looked all over the internet for that match yesterday, but I was like, boy, pressure in the camp. But kudos and hats off to the Trinidad and Tobago team.
Well, truth be told, I'm not gonna lie, it was more of a we get away last night than we dominated. Because Mexico hit the post about 3 times. And then, you know, so, but nonetheless, when it comes to football, we don't really care. 1 point off of Mexico is still a point, so we're taking that step. And to tell you the truth, I really can't wait for the team to start back doing well. No?
Boy, right now, when sport is concerned in Trinidad and Tobago, you're looking at cricket and athletics, right? What else? Cycling is doing pretty good.
And them,
But outside of that, we're having a hard time with the team sports except for cricket. The ladies football team might actually be doing better on the world scale right now.
Yeah.
The men's team have some work to do. They have some restructuring to do. They have some management issues to deal with. So they gotta work out them kicks.
And it don't take too much for this line to form a session. Cause we just innovate when it comes to party. Yeah, the voice of Nelson and Shadow, Kitchener and Spoiler and Sparrow. Tidy band that I want to follow. You know we must celebrate. For the love of kind, so don't stop. For the love of jamming, don't stop. For the love of bacchanal, is that we want. I getting on bad. For the love of culture, don't stop. For the love of soca, don't stop. For the love of carnival, we jamming and keep it.
I see Mommy X on the message board saying Uncle Stato watching from Cuba. So big up yourself, Uncle Stato.
Share.
Big up Carification on the inside. What's up, my brother Kerry?
Soca.
Bruce Kerry has been here every single week.
Every girl just start to wine pan a man, no look back at him. Wine pan a man, no look back at girl. Just wine pan a man, no look back at him. Everybody know every time we touch down, wine pan a man, no look.
Kerry is our model student.
Pan a man, no look back at him. Just wine pan a man, no look.
Front of the class, boy Kerry. Front of the class. This song coming up here, Bruce.
I
want you to listen to this song well here.
Tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka. I want you tick 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 tick. I want you tiki tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka tiki taka. I want you tick 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 tick. I want give it to ya. 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 I want give it to ya, baby. I want give it to ya. I want give it to ya, sweetheart. I want give it to ya. Where you whining, turn me on. Like a fountain I overcome. Whining so sweet, had to beg for some. Come give me some sweetness, darling. Pon the roll like a brand new car. Pop your string like a Bogota. Weak connection, raise the temperature. Come give me some sweetness, darling. Hold it, cause she getting on, cause she in a heat when I turn the pressure on. Oh gosh, turn it on. Oh gosh. Hold it, cause she getting on, cause she in a heat. She want to jump in the water. Oh gosh, just hit the right spot. I want give it to ya. 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 I want give it to ya, baby. I want give it to ya. I want give it to ya, sweetheart. I want give it to ya. Careful what you're doing. Careful how you're living, baby. This is not a movie. Live your life, but you could take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, girl. You will get excited, I know, girl. It's gonna be hard to fight it, baby. Girl, they'll try to pull you down, but I know you are strong. Yeah, you're a beautiful lady. You're a queen every day. Yeah, don't get caught in the matrix. Don't go looking for ratings. No, I just want to see you shine. Girl, show me your light. You gon' be alright. Everybody on the daga 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 daga. And they ballin', hold on, father. Girl have a child and she can't boil water, and still she ready to risk it all. And then you can't pay your bills them at all. Laugh tonight and cry in the morning. Oh gosh, girl, all I'm saying, careful what you're doing. Careful how you're living, baby. This is not a movie. Live your life, but you can take it slow. Take it slow. We don't need no more. Tell them wicked people, fire go Monday, fire go Monday. Oh Lord, I said.
And this is one of them rhythms that are gonna stay with us for a while. Feeling fresh even though it's 2018.
Another one just gone.
You know why?
Beat your chest and smile.
Why is that?
Say you's a
All the
madman.
elements of original soca. A calm bass line, a nice little walking bass. And some nice little brass.
And protect the young ones by any means.
A nice little syncopation on the beat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know, bad man. A real bad man.
So the truth is, this song does more speak to the soul of the soca music and bring a kind of a nostalgic kind of feeling. That's why it's more timeless. Even though this song is about 3 years old, it feels fresh, but it feels classic at the same time.
Yeah.
It's the timelessness of it.
Uncle Selwyn, this is actually a play on Che Guevara and
Guy Fawkes.
V for Vendetta.
Yeah, Guy Fawkes.
V, right?
Yeah, Guy Fawkes,
right?
Yeah.
So it's Guy Fawkes. And if you could, let me come on this way. Yeah, so it's a Che Guevara and Guy Fawkes.
Che Guevara and Guy Fawkes mix.
Combination, yeah.
Yeah.
For kicks.
The kind of girl that I dream about, with just a little bit of attitude. You're not easy, and the whole world gonna know now. My girl, show off, show off. Look, everybody wanna come around, so girl, you know I have to lock you down. Whoa, one thing on my mind. My girl, show off, show off. Now everybody have to give me room, cause when you whine, you put me in a mood. So rude, so rude. Girl, I want you take off your shoes, burn down the dance floor. Take the jamming, baby. I want you show me your moves, girl.
So for everybody on the inside, bang the message board. Let us know who you're supporting between England and Italy. If we are hashtag Italy, hashtag England, or hashtag neutral. What you say, Bruce?
As they say neutral, I was listening to another network.
Wait, hold on. Bruce, you didn't listen to other networks?
Calm down now. Let me just say I was in a taxi, right?
Alright, you was in a taxi.
So I was listening to another network and the announcer talking about football again. And he make a mistake and say neutral now. Instead of neutral. He said mutual. And for some reason, like because he's usually an eloquent guy, they went off on him and there was like clearly you driving a manual car because everything for you is neutral. Alright guys, so we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back we're gonna start off the segment What's Healthy, and we're gonna invite our guest announcer or our guest for today.
Yeah.
Tessa Rajak, she's a financial advisor. Now this is something that you wanna stay for, sometimes we live in month to month, sometimes we overspending money, sometimes we don't know how to save, sometimes we don't know how to plan for the future.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't hurt to listen and hear.
Financial health, always just as important as a physical health.
Listen, some people will take care of their financial health before they will physical health.
True.
Yeah, they will eat money. But anyway.
Yeah. Ole, watch the graphics and thing. We're going on a break. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
wi.iliveradio.com.
My name is Kafra Rudder, aka Crew Vader. Alongside DJ LB, we'll be hosting Bass Yard Radio on iLive Caribbean, where we focus on global dance music and Caribbean dance music. Lots of DJs, music producers, live performances, and lots of discussions about music. So you definitely don't want to miss out on Thursdays at 8 p.m. So tune in to Bass Yard Radio on iLive Caribbean.
This is Rise and Shine Barbados. You can catch us every Monday and Wednesday, 5 a.m. for some rock, some pop, some hip-hop, some house, some R&B, jazz, reggae and soca. It's a mixed bag of musical inspiration.
It's all up to you now.
iLive Caribbean. Caribbean Radio.
So rise and shine.
Rise and shine, 5 a.m. AST, Tina Penny Ann. Let's wake up. Tune in to iLive Caribbean Radio.
Sparta. This is yours truly. Sparta Music, the most entertaining program. The Stage Show, where we bring to you live performances by guest DJs. The best in Caribbean and world music. This is a platform where we expose the unknown with live interviews. Live from 9 p.m. till 12 a.m. each and every Tuesday on iLive Caribbean.
You're listening to Jason X and the Ones and Twos and Sean C on the MIC. Tune into our shows Ecstasy Overdose on Saturdays and Ecstasy Reset on Sundays, 8 to 10 p.m. each evening on iLive Caribbean. We'll be your musical dealers delivering all your favorite hits with that Caribbean vibe and energy. So come get your overdose on Saturdays, then we reset you on Sundays. See you there. Bang! Bang!
Suckerburger Thursdays, strictly the best of 80s, 90s, and early 2000s hits. Only baby, for you. Suckerburger Thursdays, each and every Thursday, right here on iLive Caribbean.
This is iLive Caribbean, changing the way we listen to radio. Listen to radio. Listen to radio.
All right.
We are back. This is what's new, what's different. DJ Bruce to produce on the ones and twos, and of course me, the D to the E to the V. We have a special guest for you all today.
All right, so we want to welcome to the show from the Guardian Group. This is Tessa Rajak. So Tessa, can you hear us? You hearing us well? You hearing us?
Hi Bruce, good afternoon. I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear. Good
nice and clear. Welcome.
And
Thank you, Davon. Thank you. It's nice to be here. How are you all?
We all right. We football fans, but we music fans more, I guess. You know, so although we wish we could be watching football and DJ, we had to, choose our obligations over our leisure right now. So
yeah, and of course we are also money fans, so getting a chance to talk to you about financial health is just as important as the football. So yeah,
definitely I have to actually compose myself from the music to talk about financial health now. You all had me going a little bit there.
Yeah. I know you pop in now and then to the show, so thank you for that. But why don't you start off by telling the listeners on international radio and those at home and here training about yourself and what your portfolio is?
Sure. Well, thank you again for having me. I'm really happy to be here. Now, I'm Tessa and I work in the financial services industry, and that covers a broad range of things. But I was asked to speak a little bit on financial health, and I think that's really important in today's climate because we've been operating in a pandemic environment for the last 17 months. And now more than ever, we have the state of emergency that has affected everyone. So a lot of us have found ourselves in a lot of very uncomfortable and difficult situations, both socially and financially. Yeah, so I'd just like to share a couple tips with you that I'm hoping you all will find valuable in maneuvering out of some of that discomfort and charting a new course now that hopefully we're about to reopen most sectors in the economy. Yeah. So the first tip that I'd like to share is about goal setting. Now, most of us have dreams in our heads, but a lot of us don't have those dreams documented. And as the famous Tony Robbins says, setting goals is the first step to turning the invisible into the visible. So one of the biggest things about achieving your goals is being able to write it down and to have those goals be SMART. And when I say SMART, I mean specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So while some of us may have goals, for example, if you want to own a home, you have to be smart about that goal. So you have to document it, and you have to say, for example, what's the value of the home I'd like to own, and then what kind of time frame, and what are the steps I need to take in order to achieve that goal. And without really focusing on your goals, the goals remain just dreams. So that's the first step I'd really like to share, making those goals smart. And what I think is key is being able to revisit those goals if we have an opportunity to, every week, every month, every year, because we all know what we focus on, we become. So if there's no focus on your goals and you get distracted with daily affairs, then sometimes those goals just remain dreams and never come to pass. Yeah?
Right. Yes.
So can you, before you give the next tip, can you just repeat what the acronym of SMART means again?
Sure.
That was very useful.
So SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So if you don't hit each of those points, your goal is not SMART.
Okay. And that is a useful acronym for goal setting in general, not just financial goals, but goal setting. And if it's a physical goal, like you're trying to work on your health, physically, financially,
definitely.
I seeing Bruce
stealing that.
When the gyms reopen.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that on a jersey.
I will be using that as well. So thanks for that.
Yeah, smart goals apply across the board.
Yeah.
And it works.
Right. So tell us. So continue on your second point.
Sure. So the second tip I wanted to share is working with a budget. Now, the majority of people don't work with budgets. You might have a mental picture in your head of what your income and expenses are, but you don't have it documented. And I always say, write it down. So if you have multiple streams of income, then fantastic. If it's just one, that's great as well. Make sure you document what is your income and what is your monthly commitments so that you can come to a figure of what is your disposable income. Because without writing it down, it's very easy for money to get lost, for lack of a better phrase. So sometimes, and this happens to everyone, sometimes at the end of the month, we pay bills and then we stop to think, where did the money go? If you have a documented plan, that question will never arise. So you know where the money went and you know how much money you have left over. That's one of the key tools in arriving at financial freedom, knowing exactly where you spend your money and how much money you have left over at the end of the month.
Right. Okay. I think a lot of us take that for granted. When the money comes, money goes in an instance. But I think, especially for me, one of the things that I struggle with when it comes to that kind of setting is that I don't get all of my income in one shot because I have multiple streams of income. So I might have my main salary coming at the end of the month, and then I might have clients paying for classes on a due date, and then I might have a personal trading client paying at the middle of the month, and so on. And then I might have, so sometimes when you don't have your income all coming in at once, it makes it harder to budget because now you have to set specific dates to pay for certain things.
And then, no, you're saying that, and I know, Tessa, you might be able to tell me if I'm right here. That's where the SMART comes in, where you go back. You can go back to the original point where you be smart and you be specific even with your income, not just with the money going out. Tessa?
Definitely. Yes, definitely, Devon. That's a great point. Moving back to what you said before, Bruce, now you have options with that, where you have multiple streams of income coming at different dates. You can allow the streams of income to accumulate until the end of the month and then pay all your bills at the end of the month. Or you can stagger your payments. So if you know you have payments coming that have to be made, let's say at the end of the first week or the second week, you match that up to a specific stream of income so that whatever's left, whatever comes in at the end of the month, hopefully most of your bills would have been paid by the time you get to the end of the month, and then everything that's left over is disposable income. Right. You follow?
Yeah. I think the accumulation one sounds like the best because
easier to manage.
Easier to manage. I think one of the things that for the last, as you said, 17 months, as we've been in the pandemic, a lot of people, me included, have lost their stream of income, picked up another stream of income, different, you might have a different salary altogether. You might have to change your budget. So it's like you have to start all over again. Some people would have had to make deferrals of payments from their loans, and then now they're trying to play catch up. How would you advise someone who has to basically start over their life because they depleted their savings and now they're trying to set things up where they could get back to that place of balance and get back to that place of managing themselves?
Yeah, and that's a great question, Bruce. Now, things are very fluid as it is right now because of exactly what you said. People are in and out of different streams of income. A lot of people are not making the kind of money that they were making a year ago. My recommendation would be to devise a get out of debt plan. For those of us who have found ourselves in a lot of debt because of the pandemic, again, you need to document it. So what is important is writing down all of those persons or institutions that you now owe money to, and you're not alone, as the majority of people now, how much you owe, and then you craft a strategy of how you're going to pay it back, bearing in mind you have the regular run-of-the-mill expenses every month. So this is where it gets very tricky, and you have to be very delicate with your budget. So if you've paid your monthly expenses and you only have a couple $100 left over, you have to make very good use of that couple $100 in paying those debts off, because the debts are not going to disappear. So you have to have a strategy. You have to understand how much people you owe, how much money you owe, and then work out a time period by which you think you're going to be able to pay that off. And in some cases, some people are going to have to get second and third jobs in the coming months. But that's just the reality that we're dealing with in order for us to get ourselves out of a lot of debt that a lot of us have found ourselves in.
Okay, all right. I think hearing these things, sometimes we think about it and we think about what we can do, but hearing the advice from a professional, from somebody who has been trained in dealing with these things is so much more beneficial. You might think about it, you might talk to your husband or your wife about it, but a lot of us refuse to take financial advice, or we just don't like the idea of getting or seeking help when we need it, because we feel like, okay, well, I will just make a little end of money, and when I get that, I will pay off this, or I will try to sell some doubles to pay off for this.
Yeah, too many times we have a hustle mentality. Not too much focused, and but nothing is wrong with having with hustle behavior, but when it comes to to managing your money, you should be smart.
Right.
And smart, going back to the acronym, which I really like.
And nothing is wrong with the hustle. You just have to have a plan. Hustle with a plan. So have a plan for where that money is going and how much money needs to be paid off and what expenses need to be covered. But continue the hustle. Just have a plan.
Yeah. Right. And what I would like to share with the listeners is that sometimes we now the agents from these financial institutions, they go by a different jacket. They no longer call them insurance agents. They call them financial advisors, because it's no longer just talking about insurance or trying to get someone or showing somebody the importance of insurance, but seeing where your money goes, because plenty times people need to understand where their money is, because they say they can't afford insurance, but a financial advisor now will show you, okay, this is your budget, this is what you're spending on, this is what you can have to pay for your insurance, this is the benefit of insurance later on. So I just want you to give, before you go, just give the listeners a little bit of advice as an advisor on how important it is to speak to an advisor, not just about insurance, but about finance on a whole.
Well, Bruce, one of the things that I say all the time is that when we were growing up, nobody really gave us any kind of financial education. we got all kinds of education, but not in money management. And when we started working as young adults, we ended up just spending money in the best way we knew how and ended up making a lot of mistakes. And that's just because we didn't have the exposure. Now, because of those mistakes, a lot of us found ourselves in a severe debt by the time we got to our 30s and 40s and not knowing how to get out of that. The truth is the insurance agents / financial advisors today are very well trained to walk you through that process and to give you the tools and the tips to get you out of that situation. And the younger you are, if somebody in their 20s can get in contact with a financial advisor who's good and is seeking the best interests of their clients, then you're in an advantage because you now have that financial education that most of us were not privy to when we were in school. And another point I wanted to make was it's really important for you to pay yourself first. Now, that's a strange concept. And the reason I say that is because I think that's one of the best ways to financial freedom. Because when we get paid, we pay everybody else. So we pay the light bill, the water bill, the rent, the mortgage, all these things. And then what is left over, we pay ourselves. And when I say pay yourself, I mean you save for your future goals. When in reality, it should be in the reverse. You should be paying yourself first before you pay all the other monthly commitments that you're accustomed making. And when you get into that habit of paying yourself first, then you're on the road towards financial freedom, because too many of us get caught up in paying bills and then saving what's left over. And a lot of times there's very little left over. But if you commit to yourself and you're disciplined about it, then your money goes a lot longer, or a lot further, I should say.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's something that I didn't learn until later on. Is that I never thought about it as paying yourself first, but it makes sense because what you will essentially do is, if you allocate money into your future, into investing into your future, the money that is left back to pay bills, what you will end up doing is you will start making cutbacks in those things, and you might realize that you start using less electricity, you start using less gas,
right.
And not driving around and joyriding your
right.
car, that kind of thing.
Right.
So very, very, very good information, and so appreciated. Hopefully that the younger listeners could learn something from this, and even some of the older listeners could help with their children as well. Thank you so much.
Definitely. You're welcome. It was a pleasure chatting with you all. Thank you for accommodating me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tessa. I think everybody could agree that this was a very informative session. So, and as you're about to go, just give the listeners, tell them how they can reach you. If they need to get some more financial advice, just give them your handles.
Sure. Well, you can reach me on my mobile phone, 264-3688. I can also be found on social media. You can reach me for Instagram. It's Your Retirement Planner. And Facebook, it's Tessa K. Rajak, Your Retirement Planner. So I focus a lot on retirement planning, which is the reason for the name.
Okay. All right. So hopefully we can have you as a guest again, Tessa, because we can't get enough of the financial plan. Is something we have to go through on a regular basis. All right?
Definitely. Thank you, guys. Have a good afternoon, and I'm really enjoying the live.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Take care.
While you do your part with giving us the financial information, we'll do our part. We'll giving you those cool, smooth vibes.
Fantastic. I appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good evening.
Thanks a lot.
Take care. All right, so that was Tessa Rajak from the Guardian Group on What's Healthy. Hope you all enjoyed that segment. And still to come up, we have twists in a few.
This week in Stupidity.
And of course, we have the Who Sample It segment where you can win a hamper courtesy of hydrate. But in the meantime, let's get into a little vibe here. All right, let's go.
DJ Bruce, the producer.
Girl, now you the gym job. If you know how you the coffee drop. Shit, you not go one person. Love the way you the dance, girl. I am amazing. Why get kind of fire? Mommy, be cool. Let's hop in my Maserati. Baby, hop in my Maserati. I said hop in my Maserati. Hop in my Maserati. Girl, I wanna see you go down. Yeah, say me I love the way you bend body. Hop in my Maserati. Baby, hop in my Maserati. And I just wanna see you ride. Somebody needs somebody. My body, your body. I'm more checker. All of you. Somebody needs somebody. My body, your body. I'm more checker. All of you. Off, pass. My Mary Jane.
Hey!
I'm high on the line. Wanna meditate. So allow me, make I enjoy. This problem not the finish, oh. Every day different wahala. Problem not the finish, oh. I just wanna party every day.
Real vibes in the Bruce.
Pass me the dutchie. Pretty girl come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl make it touch it. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Pass me the dutchie. Pretty girl come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl make it touch it. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Shut up and bend over. Aye. Let your back do the talking over. So back up and bend over. Let your back do the talking over. Say, I want to chop my life. I want to be happy. I want to dance and party. Feel the rhythm of my body. I just wanna party every day. I just wanna party every day. So choro, 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 da, choro, 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 da, choro. Oh. Hell yeah. I don't wanna lose you this time, I won't ever. No time, I'm gonna winnie, wanna. Your love, they do me one time. Oh my, I'm gonna move me. Show me how you feeling this night. Almost your love, say I'm winnie, wanna. Your love, they do me this night, yeah. I need your grace, me never be late, my love no get shape, no matter the case, but my music give me bass, my sweet bass, say my love no get shape, for you all day, every night, every day, me go need my baby to call on me, close to me, yeah, by the time, when you dey wake up in the morning, man, I dey buy you cypher, make you fall for me, oh yeah, joro, da, joro,
but like give me love, you won't keep it. Now you the catch my shot. For your sake, I could go touch.
A little bit of Afro beats on the Sunday.
Baby, pana, they say you like you all. I get you all. Baby, pana, anywhere that you go, I can follow you to go. Baby, pana, they say you like cassava. I get to be cassava. Baby, pana, my love for you will never die.
Hey, good evening, Evelyn.
Oh, baby, baby, you too sweet.
My Bolivian friend.
Baby, dance it, do it like what?
Evelyn, what part of the world are you in right now?
Oh, baby, you too sweet.
Shout out Marcus Diesel on the inside. Hey, Diesel, you live long, girl. We calling him today.
Love is a beautiful thing. Can you the cool my temper? Love is a wonderful, tender feeling. You the give me ginger. So baby, dance it.
Yo, what's up, Diesel? How you doing?
Give me life, oh. I could give the love the thanks, so
hope you're enjoying the show.
It's going still 1-1?
Yeah.
never seen before. For like you give me love, oh. Now you the catch my shot, oh. For your sake, I go touch you.
As we talking about football.
Joanna, your busy body busy tonight. Joanna, making all the dummy tonight.
You can tell Bruce is a Chelsea fan.
Busy body giving me life.
Of course, it's Drogba. Actually, not Drogba.
How you do me like
but
Joanna.
Drogba was a big part of me being a Chelsea fan.
Joanna. How you gonna Joanna.
All I'm going to say, Bruce, is
Joanna. How you gonna play me like Drogba? How you gonna do it?
Listen, not because you watching football since you're 7 years old.
Oh, DJ Drogba.
And you gonna know about footballers from the 80s and whatever. That don't mean that everybody's so Devon.
I'm not talking about that, you know. I'm just talking about you being a Chelsea fan.
Me being a Chelsea fan? You could talk about me not being a Chelsea fan when they talk about men like Makalele and them fellas who pass you.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Joanna.
Wait. What kind of Chelsea fan does bring up Makalele, boy?
How you gonna do it like Joanna?
Really? I mean, you ain't bring up Gianfranco Zola and Miller.
You wanna leave me open.
But them fellas was before my time. So I could only talk about who I see.
Makalele?
Yeah.
Often I wanna stray. The reason I want
SCN.
Alright, you know what they call names.
Lampard.
Right, but Makalele?
Peter Cech.
Yeah, but Makalele?
Just say, okay, notice, Next is not a football fan. He said the first thing that comes to his mind when he hears Makalele is Dennis Belfort.
Kakalele.
And it's actually Kakalele. Oh, so when Kaka and Makalele play together,
it's Kakalele.
Oh God!
Yeah. So we're gonna take a break. And when we come back, we're gonna do twists. So stay tuned. DJ Bruce, the producer on the ones and two, and me, the D to the E to the V.
This is iLive Caribbean. wi.iliveradio.com.
iLive Caribbean invites you to log on to the Dirty Fire Show each and every Monday night between the hours of 8 to 10 p.m. featuring selected dirties and yours truly, Fire Travis, for the best in urban music, past and present. Each and every Monday night between the hours of 8 to 10, the Dirty Fire Show. Why?
Every Tuesday on iLive Caribbean, Mr. Ring is under control. Every Tuesday nights from 8 to 10, it's cooking something on iLive Caribbean. Dancehall, reggae, hip-hop, the best coming from Martinique, Guadeloupe, French Guiana, Réunion Island. DJ Mr. Ring, cooking something every Tuesday night, 8 to 10 on iLive Caribbean. Ring, ring, ring.
Everybody feels well.
Friday.
Get those frequencies locked.
With Mr. Spicy, the Groove Master.
And the beautiful lady, Sahara, your island gem.
For our
Jam Rap Session.
Straight out of Jam.
Fridays at 10 p.m.
And cruise with us into the midnight.
On iLive Caribbean, your #1 internet radio.
Want to go on a boat ride on Saturday? Then join DJ KCD as he captains a different boat ride every Saturday night. 2 hours of pure vibes from 6 p.m. All aboard the boat ride, only on iLive Caribbean Radio.
This is iLive Caribbean, broadcasting all over the internet. For any further information, please contact iLive Caribbean at info@wi.iliveradio.com. This is iLive Caribbean, changing the way we listen to radio. Listen to radio. Listen to radio. Listen to radio.
And we are back. So it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for this week in Shuppiting. Check the graphics and thing now. That's going on the screen now. Yeah, we reach out. Yeah, you on there?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this week in Shuppiting. So what's happening is sometimes Twist does need a little visual aid, right? So I'm gonna play a video for you all. Those of you who are looking on the YouTube link, I'm gonna play a video for you guys, and we're gonna follow it. And this is gonna be our twist for today.
Same time, shout out DJ Punkster for hooking us up with the nice graphics and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Making it nice.
Yeah. All right. So, those of you who are looking on here, what I'm gonna explain to you is what gonna happen here, right? You're gonna see a gentleman pull up in a black truck, a black pickup truck. He's gonna come out. In the background, you're gonna see a police officer walking away from him in the background. Gentleman runs up to him, calls him out, and unfortunately, he takes his life. Returns to the truck and pulls out a second vehicle. Now, what you're seeing is people running away. Right? You see the people who were close by running away, and then they're going to see the gentleman running back to the vehicle. All right? And when he runs back to the vehicle, you're gonna notice something, right? So sometimes I read stories that are hilarious. Sometimes I read stories that are just tragic. Unfortunately, this twist is the latter. A gunman identified as Ronald Troike was seen in surveillance videos of a recent incident parking his truck behind police officer Gordon Beasley as he was walking through a parking area. Troike gets out of the truck. Troike gets out of the truck with his, what police described as a 12-gauge semi-automatic shotgun. Troike then shot the 19-year veteran 2 times, according to the police report. Officer Beasley did not reach for his gun and took no defensive action. He simply turned and responded to the suspect, who then took 2 shots and killed him. Troike then shot out the windows of nearby police cars before returning to his black truck to retrieve his AR-15 and head back towards the square. Right? So, that was the video that you all saw. So, obviously, this is a tragic incident. And sometimes when we talk about these tragic incidences, we tend to take certain things for granted. Right? We tend to take certain things for granted, right? And a lot of times, the things that we take for granted is how do we respond when things like these happen. Now, unfortunately, in the US, mass shootings is something that has become quite common.
Yeah, I feel like every year say about that once every year.
a few times for the year.
Yeah.
But every year there's a large one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, every year there's a big one. Right? So police also confirmed that they recovered a note from Troiki which contained a host of specific threats against the Arvada Police Department. Today, I will kill as many of you officers as I possibly can. And I just hope I don't die without killing any of you pigs, were among the threats spelled out in the document. As this incident ensued, Johnny Hurley, 40 years old, was at a nearby military surplus store hearing the commotion. Hurley responded heroically, confronted Troiki near the Arvada Old Town Square. As Troiki ran towards the busy square with the long gun, Hurley shot him with a handgun, killing the cop killer. So, Johnny Hurley, normal guy, not a police officer. He's there and he saw what happened. He heard the noise because he was nearby. And then he responded. He ran outside, saw this guy with this huge gun and shot and killed him. Obviously, he saved the lives of other people because after he shot the police officer, he shot out the car, returned to the truck, got the AR-15, which is the high-power rifle that is most common in these mass shootings, right? As Troiki, a responding Arvada police officer then encountered Mr. Hurley, who was holding Troiki's AR-15, the second gun Troiki retrieved after killing Officer Beasley. The officer then shot and killed Hurley.
So wait, so the officer killed the man
who killed
the wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's messed up.
I'm going to read that again. A responding Arvada police officer then encountered Hurley, who was holding Troiki's AR-15, the second gun that Troiki retrieved after killing Officer Beasley. The officer then shot and killed Hurley. Arvada PD views Mr. Hurley's actions as heroic. It is clear he intervened in an active shooting and unfolded quickly in a busy commercial area in the middle of the day. And that he did so without hesitation. Mr. Hurley's actions certainly saved others from serious injury or death, Arvada police said in the statement. So let's break this down, Bruce.
Yeah.
You ready to break it down?
Yeah.
All right. So here's what happened. The backstory is Troiki, the crazy shooter.
All right.
Now hear how all this happened, eh? His brother called the police saying, listen, my brother's saying some crazy thing and I think he's going to hurt himself and hurt some people. The police went to his home and didn't find him. Same officer Beasley who died.
Right.
Went to his home and didn't find him because he wasn't there. When they were leaving his home and on the way back to the police station, they got another call that there was some little disturbance that took place in the same square.
Right.
Where the incident happened. The officer responded to it. I think it was something minor with some teenagers, right?
Yeah.
Something minor.
Yeah.
The officer responded to it, came out of his
So he didn't come there looking for
That's right.
that. Right.
So what you saw in the video when the truck pulled up and he was walking away, that was him returning to his car after he reported to the minor incident.
Yeah.
Right? Troiki ran up to him with his gun, ran up behind him, and just called, "Hey, officer."
Huh.
And the officer just turned around. He didn't take a defensive stance. He didn't take an action, try to pull his gun. He just responded like, "Hey," and turned around. When he turned around, two shotgun shots to the chest, killing him.
Yeah, boy.
Right? Now, Johnny Hurley, the hero, was nearby, entered, left the surplus store. You know what an army surplus store is, right? That's the place where you could get unused army gear and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Can't get that. Not in
Can't
Trinidad.
get that. Yeah. That don't exist in Trinidad, right?
Yeah.
Good. So he was in a surplus store.
Yeah.
Heard the shooting, and Colorado, I think is an open carry state where you could carry a gun.
Most likely.
More than likely, right?
Yeah, the southern states.
No, Colorado is
Midwest?
mountains. Yeah, only mountains.
Okay.
Right. So anyway, went over, saw what happened. He came and he shot the man. Now this is what the thing is this, eh? When he shot him, you know, obviously, he going to respond. You know, the first thing he going to do, remove the gun away from him, just in case.
Timing, boy.
Just in case he wasn't dead.
Yeah,
and maybe he would have picked up.
And even if he wasn't alone.
Right.
Yeah,
he removed the gun. So when he removed the gun, it was the exact moment the police came, saw him with the gun, saw him with the rifle in his hand, and without question, fired and killed the hero.
But they probably get on the way there. They probably get the memo, shots fired, whatever.
Yeah.
Person
Officer
armed
down.
and dangerous.
Right.
Officer down.
Yeah.
And when especially in America, once you hear officer down,
right.
After that is shoot first, ask questions.
This is where the story gets thick.
Yeah.
Right. This is where the story gets thick. The problem is, at this point in time, police long time used to say, freeze, drop the gun.
Yeah.
And if you don't drop the gun, that's when rat-a-tat-tat, tat-a-tat-tat-tat. Right? But because they're coming, because now the police coming for revenge and not justice, they come and they see anybody with a gun, what they do?
Yeah.
Shoot first.
They could justify why they shoot.
Right. Now, an innocent man is dead. A family is without a son, a brother, a husband. Right?
Yeah.
And the twist is, who do we really hold responsible for Johnny Hurley's death? Do you hold the police responsible, or do you hold Troy Key, because he's the root of all of this?
The police, because the police have a procedure to follow.
Right.
So
now, they didn't follow. The procedure should have been that when they got there, at least hands up, freeze, drop the gun.
Yeah.
Announce themselves, and he would have got an opportunity to say, no, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not the guy.
Yeah.
They might have arrested him and then realized, no, that wasn't the guy.
Yeah.
And then realized that the guy who was dead would have been the right was the person who they came for, and he did their job, right?
Yeah.
Now, pull back up my arm. Let's pull back up my thing for me there. I just want to say I have 3 names written at the end of this because I want to link this back to something that is important to me. So the people who listening at home, I want to say these 3 names: Tamir Rice, John Crawford, and Philando Castile. Right? I say these 3 names because these are 3 young men. Tamir Rice was 12 years old. So Tamir Rice was a boy. And 2 men who died at the hands of police officers in the U.S. between 2013 and today.
Right.
3 of many who died at the hands of police officers, and police officers who did not ask the right questions when they responded. Now, Tamir Rice was a 12-year-old black boy, played with a toy gun in a park. Someone called the police and said there's a young man playing with something, whether they're not sure if it's a real gun. Police drove up to him, didn't say freeze, put the gun down. They drove up to him, and in 2 seconds of the vehicle stopping, they fired, killing Tamir Rice. John Crawford was actually in a Walmart purchasing a BB gun.
Right.
He was actually in the place where you buy guns, and he was
Right.
purchasing a BB gun. Someone saw him walking around with a BB gun. So imagine going to Price Mart to buy some stuff, and you're buying a BB gun as well to shoot birds.
Yeah.
And someone saw him, called the police. When the police came, they saw this young black man with this gun on his shoulder. Did not say, hey, put it down. All they did, immediately, they fired on him. And Philando Castile, for those of you who might remember, Philando Castile was shot in the morning while he was dropping his girlfriend to work. And he was murdered in front of his girlfriend and their 4-year-old daughter, who was in the back seat. his girlfriend was conscious enough to turn on her Facebook Live. This was in the early days of Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
No.
Now, Philando Castile had a weapon in the vehicle, but he is a licensed weapon carrier.
Right.
This was in the state of Minnesota. And he told the officer, hey, officer, I'm just letting you know, I have a license to carry my weapon, and I have the weapon in the vehicle. And the officer said, okay. And then he said, and he told the officer he was going to take out, not the weapon, but take out the permit to show that he's a permit holder.
Yeah.
When he put his hands to his pocket, the officer shot him.
Wow.
Claiming that he feared for his life.
Well, so if it wasn't for that Facebook Live.
Right.
Yeah.
No, actually, that wasn't caught on Facebook Live.
Okay.
What happened after him dying, he died, after he got shot, he died on Facebook Live.
Okay.
What happened after was some of the stuff that the officer said to try to cover up this stuff that was picked up on Facebook Live. But the dash cam for the vehicle behind and the officer's microphone picked up the actual incident. Right?
Yeah.
Now, so I'm saying, this incident where the hero was shot, that's the twist. But this week is not funny. This week is just sad. Right? So, the incident is that people are asking for police reform in the US. This is where I'm going with this. A lot of people are asking for police reform. You're hearing people saying defund the police. You hear people say police reform now. You hear people saying things like enough is enough. And people are thinking that you are attacking the police. But this guy who died, he was an avid supporter of the police. In fact, he was giving his service to the police at the time, right?
Right.
And because police policies are not clear, and police get away with circumventing their duties when it comes to policy, things like this happen. So it's not just the black people in the US who obviously are having problems with police not doing their jobs. So that's just where I wanted to go with that. All right. So when you hear when a black man is killed, an unarmed black man is killed by the police, and you hear people come out and they want justice for unjust deaths, you hear words like Black Lives Matter. This is why. Because this guy, his life mattered just as much as every other black man who died. So take away the police coming for revenge in this incident and replace it with the fear of the large black man, which is what the officer said, right? They feared for their life in the cases of Philando Castile and Timmy Rice. Take that away and replace it with that. Then you could understand where if proper police and policy was in place in any of those situations, any of those black men would have been alive, as well as Johnny Hurley. That's all I wanted to say.
Interesting twist.
So that is this week in Sad Thing.
All right. Interesting twist there, Dev. All right. But anyway, we are here to lift your spirits. So even though we have to go through these things and we have to think about these things, sometimes we have to escape a little bit. So that's where the music come in, right?
Yeah.
So actually, I'm going to play this next song because it's actually a similar theme to the story that we just heard.
You kids get to bed, I get the story. Y'all tucked in? Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good, there lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making the dash. They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop, it's like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his arm, he started acting erratic. He said, keep still boy, no need for static. Punched him in his belly and he gave him a slap. But little did he know the little boy was strapped. The kid pulled out a gun, he said, why'd you hit me? The barrel set straight for the cop's kidney. The cop got scared, the kitty starts to figure, I'll do years if I pull this trigger. So he cold dashed and ran around the block. Cop radios into another lady cop. He ran by a tree, there he saw the sister. Shot for the head, he shot back, but he missed her. Looked round good and from expectations, he decided he'd hit for the subway stations. But she was coming and he made a left. He was running top speed till he was out of breath. Knocked an old man down and swore he killed him. Then he made his move to an abandoned building. Ran up the stairs up to the top floor. Opened up a door there, guess who he saw? Who? Dave the dope fiend shooting dope. Who don't know the meaning of water nor soap? He said, I need bullets, hurry up, run. The dope fiend brought back a spanking shotgun. He went outside but there was cops all over. Then he dipped into a car, a stolen Nova. Raced up the block doing 83. Crashed into a tree near University. Escaped alive though the car was battered. Rat-a-tat-tatted and all the cops scattered. Ran out of bullets and he still had static. Grabbed the pregnant lady and pulled out the automatic. Pointed at her head, he said the gun was full of lead. He told the cops, back off, for honey here's dead. Deep in his heart, he knew he was wrong, so he let the lady go and he starts to run on. Siren sounded, he seemed astounded, and before long the little boy got surrounded. He dropped his gun, so went the glory, and this is the way I have to end this story. He was only 17 in a madman's dream. The cop shot the kid, I still hear him scream. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Just another case about the wrong path. Straight and narrow are your soldiers cast. Good night. Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick.
Come on, is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive, it's why I need number. It's your primitive, it's why I need number. If you got a big, let me search it to find out how hard I gotta work. Yeah, it's your primitive, it's near primitive, it's why I need number. I like to get to know ya.
Why?
Show ya. Put the pussy on ya, like I told ya. Give me all your numbers so I can phone.
Why I want to tell a girl that?
Think, call me over.
X?
Not on the bed, lay me on your sofa. Call before you come, I need to shave my chocha. You do
yeah, but it's near primitive.
Go downtown and eat it like a vulture. See my hips and my tips so cha. See my ass and my lips don't cha. Lost a few pounds in my whips for ya. It's the kind of beat that go ba-ta-ta. Ba-ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Sex me so good I say blah, blah, blah. Work it! I need a glass of water. Boy, oh boy, it's good to know ya. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive, it's why I need number. It's your primitive, it's why I need number. If you got a big, let me search it to find out how hard I gotta work. Yeah, it's your primitive, it's why I need number. It's your primitive, it's why I need number.
Done stacking my ones, lost a little, invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see a nigga landscaping my lawn. Dangerous, my nigga should be accurate. Have to get the flow be so immaculate.
Hey yo, hey yo.
Watching my Dell, sipping my mo, sipping it slow. Them pretty bitches saying hello. Anyway, go ahead and display your olive oil. Little honey dip whipping a little cabriolet. I don't mean to hold you up, but I got something to say. Swear to only give you hot shit every day. Afraid of us, you know this ain't a game to us. You strange to us, that's when we getting dangerous.
Hey yo,
this is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us. Cause too much of us is dangerous.
So dangerous, it's so dangerous.
A flip on squad is dangerous. So
DJ Bruce is dangerous.
My whole entire unit is dangerous.
What's up, Dominic? I'm with that song. Yeah. Alright, I got that coming right up for you. Shout out to the radio station that gave you what you wanted.
A shout out to Sean C on the inside. You know who it is. From the Ecstasy Overdrive. Overdose, not the Overdrive. I don't know why I always say that. The Ecstasy Overdose. Big up yourself, Sean C. And of course, big up one of our faithfuls, Kim Lan on the inside. Kim Lan, he passing for some food after. Can't be sure enough what all them kitchen skills and how we living we high and dry.
Buy another bitch, cause I ain't drunk enough to do that. Shamika, Keisha, Tara, Shonda, Sabrina, Crystal.
And of course, shout out to DJ Punkster. You better call her Graphics Punkster from now on.
I'm in the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI, keep it down on the low key. She know how it is. I saw her shorty, she was checking it for me. From the game, she was spending the money, and you would think that she knew me. Decided to cheat. Conversation got heavy.
So it's still 1-1. England versus Italy. And it's about 110 minutes in. So if no one pulls it off in about 10 minutes, they're going to go to penalties. And at that point, it's just a free fall. Anybody could win it. So let's hope England pulls it off. If there are any Italian fans out there, salt, no apologies. Hard luck day. Bruce! Yeah. My DJ is the real winner. Regardless of in England or Italy. Bruce the producer is really the champion today. On the ones and twos. Bruce. Should I tell you?
Dog, I don't know what kind of conversations you be having with your girls out of it.
Yeah. You ever hug she up and she say, That's right, you got me dripping in finesse. Whoa. It don't make no sense. I ain't dripping in finesse. You know it. Ow. It don't make no sense. You
do this back. The Maybach roof is back. Tell the whole world the truth is back. You ain't gotta argue about who can rap, cause the proof is back. Just go through my raps. New York, New York. Yeah, where my troopers at? Where my hustlers? Where my boosters at? I don't care what you do for stacks. I know the world glued your back to the wall. You gotta brawl through that. I've been through that. Been shot at. Shoot at.
I hear you playing custom this morning. So.
I ain't a new jack. Nobody gon' Wesley snipe me. It's less than likely.
So I don't know.
Let I breathe. Jedi Knight. More space I get, the better I write. Oh, never I write.
In all fairness, X.
Space to say whatever I like.
I was saying all this morning. I was like,
yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Internet radio. X here offering us clean versions of all of these songs. When Explain X.
Yeah.
Explain X this morning offering me clean versions, right?
Yeah.
Let's get ghosts in the phantom. You can bring a friend, we can make this a tandem. Or you can come by yourself and you can stand them. Best believe I sweat out weaves, give afro puffs like R-A-G-E. How you get if you could move it, back it on up like a U-Haul truck.
Hey Bruce,
yo,
I want to do some birthday shout outs, right?
Go through.
Some very, very special people.
So
allow me now.
Go through.
Alright. So this whole week here is a string of birthdays of very special people in my life. Alright. On the 9th, which was the day before yesterday, my godson, you know, that was his 5th birthday. Alright. So, happy birthday to you, Kagan Ordin, Uncle Dev, or as he just called me, Van Uncle, because I just drive a van, right? Yeah, he say Van, hey, mommy, that is Van Uncle. Right?
I thought you were some kind of count.
He's called me Van Uncle. So I drive a van, right? And yesterday was my brother's birthday. And one of our very close friends, a very close friend of the family, who we call Hawkeye, Keith Thompson. You think you guys know Hawkeye? Alright, so happy birthday to you, Hawkeye. Hawkeye's an avid listener as well. And to my brother out in the UK, happy birthday to them. Today is Fidel's birthday.
Oh, Fidel.
Right, happy birthday, Fidel. And of course, Fidel's son is Kagan.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's Fidel's son.
Okay.
Right, so Van
Same
on.
birthday, yes?
Right, so.
And Fidel's wife, Crystal. Her birthday is the same day as me.
Same day as you, which is the same week as mine, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
give me a prize for that.
Happy birthday to Fidel. Much love to your brother. You know, me and Fidel, we go way back. I'm a boy. Right? And guess what? Tomorrow is my mother's birthday.
Wow.
Right? So happy birthday to you, Mom. Right? Tomorrow is a special day. Tomorrow is my mother's birthday.
Michelle on the live, she's saying her birthday is next Sunday. Hey, so next week we go turn it up for you, Michelle. We go turn it up.
Yeah, Michelle, we go do something next week.
I find like...
Right? I ain't done enough.
Okay.
I ain't done. Just now, wait, hold up. So, happy birthday to you, Mom. Tomorrow is cake. Right? Much love to you. Last year, we was able to do a little party thing. A little small party. But now in lockdown, we can't do nothing. Right? And then, on Thursday, is my sister's birthday.
Oh.
Right? So, you all see her on the message board as Saucy D.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Right. That's my sister.
I think I pronounced that wrong sometimes.
Yeah, you used to call it Saucy D.
Saucy D. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Saucy D. I tell her put a
hyphen.
Or a hyphen in there, but she doesn't listen. She hardened. Right? But happy birthday, big sis. Well, that's my only sister. Right? So happy birthday to you, sis. And yeah, so that is it. It's plenty love this weekend.
I find these days a lot of people having birthdays. That happened to you at all?
No, well, it has always been like that for me because
I find like I see like a lot of people celebrating birthdays.
Think about it like this. My brother, my mother, my sister has always been within 5 days of each other. So I grew up with their birthday.
Yeah.
Their birthday always been nothing.
No, I just find people having like every day is somebody else's birthday.
So
like way. That happened to all you. Like every day you see somebody with it. Yeah. Like you check on Facebook and somebody with it. Like wow.
I think that's more about how much people you know.
That's a coincidence.
No, because people are born all the time. But I think it's more about how much people that you actually know.
Well, I was just making a joke. But
yeah, maybe you need to know less people.
Anyway,
right? So happy birthday to everybody, especially to my mom. You know, and well, hey, walk by. You know you're getting old. He's an old man, but next month we go, hopefully with the restrictions down, we go turn it up for my birthday because we couldn't really do much this for you this year.
Yeah. All right.
Big up everybody.
Big up all the birthday people. So, it's about that time, guys. It's that time where I get really excited about this part of the show.
Yeah.
We're talking about who sample it?
Who sample it? Oh, let's check the graphics now. Oh, God! We ain't playing, you know. All the feelings just so. DJ Punkstar. Let them know.
Big up yourself, DJ Punkstar.
Big up DJ Punkstar.
All right.
And you know what? Big me up too.
Big up yourself.
Big me up too. Sure.
Dev.
Because it's I who do the touch portal. I who right touch portal.
Yeah. Devon, that's Dev idea. So
touch portal was my idea.
All these ideas and things that all these new fancy things, it couldn't really happen if we didn't have
me and DJ Punkstar. Right. And Jason X make it work too.
And then we go thank Jason X's mom, and we go thank Jason X's dad, and we go thank their parents, and then we go thank God.
Right, and thank God.
And we go thank
Adam and Eve.
Wassa for giving us water.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, cool.
But big up yourself, DJ Punkstar. We ain't playing. Who sample it? Let me go, Bruce.
Right, so I'm gonna play. The first one is not a guess, right? But it's just to show you all how they use these samples in these songs, right? So I'm gonna play 3 songs back to back that use the same sample, and you get an idea of how creative people could be with these samples, right? So the first one is a new song by 50 Cent for his show for what's the name of that show?
Some show for this.
The show now.
Yeah.
Power Part 3. Kanan, right? So Kanan coming out. So this is the I ain't finished part 2, but this is the theme song for Power Part 3. All right. It's a real nice vibe.
I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler, baby.
I know heartbreaks, setbacks. If I crap out, I'm sure I'ma get back. I've been through the ups and downs, you know I get around. So to me, it's all a part of the game.
Again.
I'm almost for sure, man. I gotta take it. No need to. I'm gonna take it. She's turning homicide, it's nothing to play with.
Long. Yeah, again. Hey boy, again. That baseline.
Same baseline.
Yeah, the walking bass.
I got a surprise for you.
Yeah. That's my favorite out of it.
This one is also a sample of it.
Yeah.
Same bass line. Different key.
Bryce Wilson. Hey, watch me. I don't think people understand how talented Bryce Wilson was, eh? The guy who did this from Groove Theory.
Right.
Mad talent, you know. Underrated artist. And well, the woman from this was fine as hell. Yeah. She used to haunt my teenage dreams.
I don't want to know.
It have others.
It have others. It have plenty.
Yeah, that's Jay-Z and Pharrell. Yeah, Jay-Z and Pharrell.
I'll check out that one. Check out that one. But anyway, this is the opportunity. Switch back to main screen. This is an opportunity for you all to win a prize. If you all can guess the samples, you have some nice, easy samples. You have some harder ones as well. I'm going to start off with the harder ones. Actually, which one I want to do? It's sponsored by Hydrate. So how it works, guys, is the first person to guess. Thank you. Yes, thank you. The lovely Vanadev. Vanadev, right? So you can win a hamper if you guess who is the artist and the song that took a sample from the songs that we played. In the case where the sampled song is more popular than the newer song, you have to guess the original, right? So this one is pretty easy. Maybe we'll see who can get it. But let me play this song, right? Tell me who is the person that used this sample.
Pick myself up, turn the world on its head. Don't forget what my mama said. People talk.
Genre is hip hop.
The beginning of time. Let's say paying your bills, pay them to mine. And if I fly or if I fall, at least I can say.
Who sampled it? And the original is from RuPaul. RuPaul, that guy, woman,
RuPaul,
guy.
that's it.
To see that walk. Who sampled it?
Now, sissy, that wow.
Show these girls that I own them. Some call me Nikki and some call me Roman. Skeezer, please, I'm in a visa.
Sean, you went in the wrong direction, but yeah, pump up the jam in the mix too.
I'm doing in them little mini skirts is out. I see some good girls, I'ma turn them out. Okay, bottle, sip, bottle, guzzle. I'm a bad dude, no muzzle. Hey, bottle, sip, bottle, guzzle. I'm a bad dude, no muzzle. Let's go.
Makes me. Forget how much vibes this song have, yes? Yeah. So that was Nicki Minaj, Pound the Alarm.
Pound the Alarm.
Fun fact, she filmed the video for that song in Trinidad. Yeah, check it out.
Tell people to come with a carnival costume and everybody jump up for free.
Yeah.
And, they didn't get paid and make a dope video.
Yeah. Well, so, all well and good, I get it.
Exploitation done.
Anyway. Come on, guys. All you can guess and win a prize. This one, you can tell me which song samples from this.
No. Kill them with it now. Kill them with it. No. Kill them with the heads high. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Heads high. Kill them with the no. No boy ain't got no secret for your wow. Heads high. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Heads high. Kill them with the no. Tell them say Vegas say so. Me wanna skin your teeth and make me see it. If you're sure from your phone say you never tweet. You wanna freak, one man you keep. And him never yet complain, say you're deep. You make your bow, you no answer to yo. One man a sample your chow. Lift up your bro, make a guy know. Say him be moving blow.
call me Megatron. Shorty's a megacon. It ain't about
Sample by
the marathon.
Nicki Minaj again. Megatron.
Yeah,
she didn't film this video in trailer.
My name is Batty Batty. I keep it tight for Zaddy. He keep it coming. He ain't even dropped the Addy. Trunk in the front. I need a blunt. I own my own Moscato. We getting drunk. Fill up, baby, fill on me. Pull up if you feeling lonely. Fill up, baby, fill on me. Pull up if you feeling lonely. Shots, I'm drinking. It's better when I'm drinking. I tune up when I'm drinking.
Yo, Michelle, you don't worry. Next week, you just tell the people to tune in and we will big up your birthday. Just jump on bang the message board and we celebrating your birthday with you. Alright, let everybody know, just share and push the show and we celebrating your birthday next week. Big up yourself.
Alright, this one real easy. This one is a giveaway. Giveaway. Let me see who can guess it first. Nobody ain't guessing.
Nobody ain't guessing they're watching football and they're partying.
Yeah, boy.
Because it's going down to penalties now.
Actually, no. Let me do a little harder one. Harder one. Let me play this one for you guys and then I'll play the other one. This one was interesting. Alright, Pumps, a rich man. Who sample this?
If I was a rich man.
This is Stanley Beckford, rich man.
Married to a whiner and no other one. She could whine, I could whine, we could whine together. In the middle of the night when things get hot, we just whine up one another. She run, come, give me the walk, chop, give me the walk. Hey, girl, no give to your father, no, give me the walk, chop, give me the walk. Give to Dr. Stanley, you hear me?
Knuckles, Calypso Rose.
Give me the walk, girl, no give to your brother, no, give me the walk.
Just next going crazy in the studio here.
Now 2 samples?
Yeah.
All right. The one that talk about the one that I don't have. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sean
actually right.
Yeah.
But Sean, he ain't getting nothing because he's part of the studio. Yeah.
Let me play it again.
Yeah. Leave me alone. Boy, don't touch me. Crazy.
I would say it have a similar melody, but it not matching exact as an interpolation or a sample. It's the same kind of vibe. Yeah. Yeah. It can mean that the Marshall and the Calypso Road probably got inspiration from the song, but not necessarily sampled it or interpolated it. But the song that interpolated it probably actually massacred the song, right? It probably but we didn't know. But listen to the phrasing of the lyrics, right?
G6 Productions. Well, if this is the only way I can make it in the music industry in Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you this: I's a madman.
Here.
Okay. If I was to marry a orange. Not the ordinary orange, but a nice juicy orange. Cause orange does suck and I does suck and we does all suck together. In the middle of the night when the thing is right.
What is vibes? I'm trying to say vibes.
Married a okro. Not the ordinary okro, but a nice green okro. Cause okro.
Yeah, so that was Trinidad Madman with Married, right?
Yeah, but that song full of homoeroticism.
Yeah. Sean said one of them Trinidad people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trinidad.
Yeah, Sean.
Madman.
One of them Trinidad people.
This one real easy is a giveaway, but it's interesting to hear the original nonetheless, right? So listen to the original.
Hey!
Listen to this.
Hey! I did not know this one. here. No, start it over. They get that guitar riff in the beginning. Play that from the beginning. They get that riff.
They're using the whole guitar riff and the drum snare. Yes, it is.
Michelle again, boy.
Hot and groovy.
Hot and groovy.
So this is, let me see if I pronounce this correct. Habib Koité. Habib Koité and Bamada Sarayama. Yeah, this guy actually is very famous for having his guitar riffs used in other songs, right? When you check out his songs, you will understand what I mean. But this is the sample here. And of course, Michelle Smart, she'll just sit down and wait for the one that she know and just type it real fast. We gotta get a Champions Trophy for you, girl.
We gotta get a FedEx contract for Michelle. Because we're sending all these packages away. Nah, she in Chicago.
I look Fidel Fidel now chime in there. Fidel a little bit lagged. Yeah. Click on live, the live button, and you will see where we are right now. So this one is very easy. Congratulations to Michelle Smart once again for winning.
Hey, what now, Fidel? Watching my happy birthday, but we glad you're on.
Hey, happy birthday,
brother. Happy birthday.
So that's it.
You know, you say something there? Habib Koité was known for having his guitar riffs used, right? You know, there's a man by the name of Bob James. Who has a song called Take Me to Mardi Gras. Right? It's one of the most famous pieces of music ever used in hip hop. Right? If you get a chance to listen to it,
I'll check it out.
Bob James, Take Me to Mardi Gras. The intro of that, well, the first few bars in that song, once you hear it for the first time, you'll know it from. Well, you know the many songs it from.
So that's it for what? Who sampled it?
Who sampled it? That's it for who sampled it.
So we end with the last 12 minutes of the show. Let me jump now.
Well, you watch the message board.
All right. So Michelle Smart is saying to give it to the birthday boy. Right. So birthday boy, we have a hamper for you courtesy of Hydrate. And on behalf of Michelle Smart, so congratulations. Hard luck, DJ Punkster.
That's how we get down here at Trill Entertainment Studios. Don't worry. When we get bigger, we'll be doing like Oprah. You get some water. You get some water. You get some water. Everybody getting water.
And we so bad. We first we bad. You're getting it in your house under your seat. Let's check under your seat, under your couch, and you're getting it.
Somebody tell me what's going on with the football. I know it's going to penalties. And of course, we want to say big good evening to all the lovely ladies and the cool guys at the Pleasantville Pharmacy Limited. Thanks for locking on. We appreciate the love.
Why don't you come over? I am a bachelor. Why don't you come over? I am a bachelor. Why don't you come over? I am a bachelor. Why don't you come over? I am a bachelor.
Hola, Soledad de Sonica, güey.
Every time you're close to me, violating my money. Oh, I wish this thing could last all night long. Yeah, yeah. You're touching, you're teasing all night. Caressing, you're feeling so right. Everything that you do to me, I like it, every single touch. I just enjoy it so much. Don't stop it, you're so rude. Don't stop it, baby. Don't stop it. Na 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 na. Don't stop it. You're so rude. Don't stop it, baby. Don't stop it. Do it to me again and again, again and again, again and again.
Hey, listen, young boy, you better come again. Look, you better life you should be.
Soca.
Last night you were winning.
Big up yourself, Kimlan. Don't worry, I recognize the back of that went on in the chat. And I realized you was talking to the wrong Devon. But everything you have for me, I go take. I'm taking all the love you have for me. Me and the next Devon will have a conversation.
Well, alright.
I watching the chat while we on here. And I said, this woman knows who she talking to. But it's okay, Kimlan. Saying so, eh? Let me pick up Devon White. Oh, you know, Devon White is a St. Paul's man too, right? He went to primary school with me and Sean. That's where I know him from. I know that's Sean Bonify. That's Sean number one partner. Right? So, when you're watching Z-Gen and you hear Chelsea say Uncle Devon, is that Devon? And when they say the D to the E to the V, well, obviously that's me. Don't want me to, don't want me to.
They say we ain't no Jamaican. You in the land, guys, so I pan. Sing the music of your nation. I'm telling you.
They want to whine, they want to grind. A woman in front and man behind. If they're not doing that, then I'm wasting time.
So we tell them, when I decide to jump on this soca train, ride on this
Bruce,
soca train and getting down on this.
you know there's a sample too, right?
Yeah. See me over getting down on this soca train.
You want to tell me who do the original? The MP from Mayaro, Gypsy. In your hey, you see this tune, Bruce? Pull it back to me, Bruce. Bruce, pull this tune back. This is an iron tune. And if all you know this tune, this is the song that make Nigeria market. I say so. 1997.
This is an intercal song.
Well, that is it, eh? For all the English fans, it is not coming home.
Oh boy. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Italy won.
Wait.
3-2 on penalties. started to go to work and listen to that stupid men talking that stupidness now. So, it is not coming home.
Because no water can full up down there. 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 No water can full up. What the girl them want?
Bookie, wine, grind. We have about 3.5 more minutes before we close. Before we close up, I want everybody on the message board hit you a little Bruce vibes, a little hashtag Bruce vibes before we go. Let me let Bruce know we love him now. Hashtag Bruce vibes.
Family be in this place. Hot girl flexing, whining waist. Girl shake like earthquake to the base. Cause they want the criminalities, menace and peace. She mind on the wine and forget the time. Forget she man outside in the ride. She only know the shake the backside. Saying she could be my bride. Hot girl bust and flex and move them busy and bust and move. Turn it to the game, now take notes. Girl look at the table, look up, she got that flow. The hot girl flow. The man calling out to you on the morning. Oh, girl,
Of course, this is another rebirth song. Maximus bringing back Andre Tanker's very famous Hosanna. Rest in peace, Andre Tanker.
Have you ever had to tell a girl that? You asking me all the time, I asking you now.
Like commando in the jungle, dirty log up on the bar. Just because I love the jungle, she bring an exotic cat. But no, Miss Lady, that was not a pussy.
Yes.
You get the call animal control. Girl hand me the Nokia now. If it attack me,
yes, my Bruce boy.
I will attack it. And if it bite me,
I must say I have been attacked by a tiger once or twice in my life.
yes, I will contact it. If I get
But I'm still here.
it, sure could take it.
I didn't die. I was badly wounded, but I didn't die. Hey, big up Kyle Reed, DJ KCD in the house. Big up yourself, KCD. What's up, brother? So as we come to a close, I want to thank everyone who's checking us out on the message board. Everybody looking at us live on YouTube. Those of you who are tuned in on iLiveCaribbean.com. On behalf of my DJ, Bruce the producer on the ones and twos. I am the D to the E to the V. ONYX. The ladies call me the Dev. You can call me Dev Onyx. We want to say thank you. We had an amazing show. We want to say thank you to our financial advisor, Tessa Rajak, taking care of our financial health today. We want to say thank you to one of our sponsors, Hydrate Water. Jason X, our sound engineer. DJ Punkster. known as Graphics Punkster, Sean C, and everybody else here at Thrill Entertainment Studios. And I want to remind you guys, amidst all this confusion, some of us may do the winning, but we all do the losing. It's just who does the choosing. DJ Bruce to produce. We're gone.
Bruce to produce.
This is iLive Caribbean. wi.iliveradio.com.